Hello viewers, welcome back to yet another episode of Food with Sankalp. Before that, Happy New Year to each one of you and a wonderful year ahead for you all. Today I am at Hyderabad's iconic property ITC Kakatiya. ITC Kakatiya started in the year 1996 in Hyderabad with one of its finest signature restaurants, Dakshin and Kebabs and Curries. Today I am here to explore the South Indian favorite cuisine at the Dakshin. Let's go and explore and to know more about what makes Dakshin one of the hot favorites for the southern cuisine in Hyderabad. Let's go. For the uninitiated, a journey to the South Indian cuisine begins and ends with the idli, dosa, sambar, which have become the torchbearers of the diverse cuisine. Dakshin is a result of a lifelong passion to revive and retrieve the lost recipes of South India, where the chef traveled across the length and breadth of the country, discovered the ancient recipes and family secrets of possessive family cooks. The result was a menu comprising of authentic and yet homely food experience. The glassware and the cutlery are sanitized for the safety of the guest and are neatly wrapped in paper. ITC Hotel's commitments toward health, hygiene, and a safety environment is always assured. Today I am at ITC Dakshin to have their popular, most famous South Indian thali. So here comes the hot Miriyala Rasam. Thank you. So this is a thin consistency rasam, which is nice and peppery and good for winter seasons. The flavors of the coriander, the imli ka, the tamarind flavors in it, and the spices, brilliant. So now on my table you would be able to see all the starters that comprise of this thali, the veg starters and the non-veg starters. So this is a mutton vepudu or a mutton fry, and this is chicken gajala, it's a chicken starter, and this is from the Iyer's trolley. So basically it consists of paniyaram and banana dosa and one flavored dosa, which would be ragi or pesarattu or any of it. And there are about 5 different chutneys here. This is vada, or basically you call it as a makka gare, we call it. It is also called as different vada, with basically made from corn. And then you have a fish fry, korramenu vepudu. This is basically a marl fish fillet, which is nicely marinated and fried. And this is the last dish, that is prawn fry. This is tender lamb cooked in very low spices and lots of onions in it. So it is very tender. As you can see, I am just able to take it off with just 2 fingers. Brilliant. Very low on spices, but very flavorful. This is one of my most favorite, which is the banana dosa. It is basically a pure Indian take on banana bread. Once you have this, you would not stop it. You would finish it whole. I'm just loving it. You know, there's just very, very homely starters, which you would find in the most of the southern cities and the rural areas of South India. So this is fish vepudu. Basically, it is a korramenu or a marl fish, boneless fish. Basically, it's a fillet, nicely marinated and deep fried. Very subtle spices in this. Little, basically, it's just the turmeric, chili powder, nothing much more than this. It's a brilliant dish. And this is prawn fry, prawn vepudu, sauteed in onion and tomatoes and some curry leaves and a little bit of mustard. Brilliant. Did you hear that sound? So juicy, very tender. Oh my goodness, well, brilliant. And now comes the starter, which is one of my favorite. It is Kodi Gajala. Basically, it is a chicken marinated in yogurt, cooked with ginger garlic paste, green chilies, pepper, and coriander. That's it. The most simplest dish one can make at home. So the beauty of Dakshin is very simple ingredients, very homely food, very light on the tummy, and a brilliant experience for every individual. So now you see a pure veg thali in front of me. This is the main course.
which comprises of 2 sweets, basundi, parvanam. Then you have a beautiful matka set curd, thick as rock solid. Then you have a pappu, which differs every day. Today we have is a tomato dal. Then there's a gravy, gujju curry we call, which is basically a little semi-dryish kind of a gravy. Vegetable differs, but today we have muvu vankai kura. Then we have a majjiga charu, which is basically made from buttermilk, fermented buttermilk with vegetables in it. Today we have bendakai majjiga charu. And this is mokkachoram, which is basically leafy vegetables and some vegetables based gravy. And then we have vegetable stew. I'm sure everybody must be aware of this. And then this is poriyal, vegetable, carrot, beans, and then coconut. And this is the popular sambar. So this is basically the whole composition of a thali, which also has a nice flavored rice. Today we have a vegetable palav, and this is the famous peruganam, raita, and white rice. And the star of this entire dish, the plate, is going to be the Malabar paratha and the beautiful fluffy appam. So before we dig into it, let's see what's there for the non-vegetarians. So now you see in front of me is a non-veg thali. So it also has some of the dishes which are part of vegetarian thali. The same dal you have the basundi, you have the payasam, sambar, vegetable stew, the leafy vegetable curry. But for non-vegetarians you have is prawn igru, masala mutton igru or curry, and you have a pepper chicken. So these three are part of the non-vegetarian thali. Apart from, you have chicken palav. So rest all, the appam and the Malabar paratha, curd rice, rest all are the same. So this is tomato pappu, basically a tomato dal. So now I'm going to add the generous amount of ghee to it, and then have my papanam with papads and the spicy chilies. These are my most favorite. These are the most common condiments that are required when you have a dal. This is called heaven. Having dal is like the most beautiful thing that one can expect. I always love to have my dals with some of the fries or papads. Here I am having with a mutton, the mutton igru. So I'm going to have with it. Superb. The mutton igru has nice gravy to it, giving that touch of spiciness, and there's a rich onion touch to it, little sweetness to it. Brilliant. That goes good with any of the white rice. Oh, talking about the white rice, I remember the most fluffiest, silky, spongy appam. Oh my goodness, you cannot ask more than this. It's such heavenly appam. Believe me, you should have it. So I love to have my stew in the middle of the appam and nicely mince it and eat it. This appam reminds me of Buddi ka bal. What do you call that?
Cotton candy.
Oh yeah, cotton candy. So, Hindi में क्या बोलते हैं?
Buddi ke baal.
Exactly. So I was right. So it is so fluffy, so light. I mean, you can just fold it up and just have it. You can just go continue eating it and eating it. I mean, I can have at least a dozen of these. Oh, brilliant. Oh, it's a very simple rice-based batter fermented with tender coconut water overnight. That's it. The magic happens next day morning when the pan. Can't imagine anything better than this. So light, No oil at all to it. Just simple. You should come and have this appam at the Dakshin. Believe me, you will go bonkers with it. Every meal is finished with a glass of freshly made South Indian coffee that is percolated for hours in a traditional brass barista. While a lot of restaurants do serve a mean South Indian thali, what sets Dakshin apart are the various elements that add to the overall ambience and feel of the place, leaving the guest most mesmerized and satiated to their heart's content.
Oh my goodness, I am so much stuffed today. I don't remember when was the last time I had so much of food. And all I can say is brilliant. Wow. The food at Dakshin is absolutely mind-blowing. Do like, subscribe, and leave comments what other places you want me to cover on Food with Sankalp. Until next time, happy dining.